This is the first Grand Sensei Dareth minifigure ever made, with excellent printing that perfectly captures how he looked in Season 2. This superb minifigure was released as part of a 2014 Toys R Us exclusive polybag, pairing him up with an exclusive Ninjago and armed with one of his many totally not fake trophies. Back in 2014, this set retailed for a mere $5, but if you want to get yourself a sealed copy today so you can get the joy of having a mint condition OG Dareth to annihilate every villain in your collection, it will now cost you almost $46. That's an increase of 820%, making it the most valuable Ninjago polybag ever made, and also the same price as 23 Legacy Kais, the most common Ninjago minifigure and one of the least valuable. If you bought $45 worth of these in 2014 and kept them sealed, you could get $414 from selling them today. But this must-have polybag for any Dareth fan has nothing on some of Ninjago's other sets, so I've compiled a list of retired Ninjago sets that have ballooned in value and could make you a decent amount of money if you decide to sell them. Here's Kai's Fire Mech from 2013. This was the only way to get Kai in his amazing kimono robe outfit, and it also had a Stone Army Scout to fight. The build is a small fire mech that Kai can pilot to climb up to the Temple of Light, using CCBS joints for the arms and legs. It can even hold Kai's elemental blade, meaning that the mech can wield Kai's elemental power, so it too can stand a chance against the indestructible Stone Army. A used copy of this old classic will only cost $13, but if you got a sealed copy you could get up to $81 for it, an increase of 711% from its $9.99 retail price, and equivalent to 40 Legacy Kais. They may have been wasted potential in the show, but you can't deny that they only had some awesome designs. If you've got a bunch of sealed only packs, then you're in luck. Despite retailing for $12.99 in 2019, these battle packs can now sell for over $70, or over $50 used. This wasn't even rare and yet it's still worth a decent amount. Have you got any old spinners lying around you want to get rid of? Well, you'd be surprised to know that the most valuable NRG spinner isn't NRGJ, but is actually NRG Zane, who can fetch up to $85 for a sealed copy. Given it retailed at $9.99, that's an increase of 750%. Not bad at all. You'd need to sell 43 Legacy Kais to get one. I can definitely understand why. The spinner is beautiful, pairing an icy transparent blue spinner with a fully clear crown and starring the magnificent and exclusive NRG Zane minifigure, as well as 5 game cards and 3 weapons like all spinners have. A used copy will only get about $27 though, so if you want to own it, you can still get one second hand for a decent price. That's not the most valuable spinner set ever made though. That honour goes to Lloyd's EX from the same Autumn 2012 set wave. While a used copy is only $27, much like Zane, a sealed copy of this highly coveted set will go for over $100. Not at all surprising, it was the cheapest way to get the much anticipated Green Ninja minifigure, and was only on sale for just over 3 months. The spinner itself of course being a golden colour, with printing for the 4 elements of creation and a transparent green crown with printing that matches it. Those 2 sets contain special minifigures, and that is a big reason for their increase in value, much like this next set which is only minifigures. 2017's Toys R Us Bricktober pack retailed for $19.99 and contained 4 brilliant minifigures that were great references to some important moments in older Ninjago seasons. We've got Kai wearing a fantastic golden ninja suit based on his techno robe, Nero the elemental master of mind, Young Crux one of the Hands of Time, and a white Ninjago fully decked out with Kryptor's armour. The high quality in all of these makes them truly stand out, and a used copy of this set will go for up to $105, but a new version will fetch over $125. If you've got one to sell though, you'd probably get more money by selling the 4 figures individually. They're all incredibly valuable. Dragons are integral to the mythos of Ninjago, and we've had elemental dragons, ghost dragons, robot dragons, big dragons and small dragons. Plenty of these great sets are valuable today, but if you want to own an important piece of Ninjago history, it will cost you almost $500, and even more if you want to get them still sealed in their boxes. Yes, the original 4 dragons from 2011 have unsurprisingly found their place in this video, with their large headpieces able to fire energy blasts and all sharing a similar wing design. Sorry Rocky. These dragons were the perfect starting point for Ninjago. Zane's Ice Dragon was the first one ever released. A used copy only goes for $30, but if you've got a sealed one lying around somewhere then you're in luck. What once retailed for $20 will now get you up to $150 today. Rocky the Earth Dragon smashes that record though, going for $80 used and over $260 sealed. What he lacks in wings he certainly made up for in value. Flame was part of the Fire Temple, one of Ninjago's best sets and at the time the biggest Ninjago set ever made. Going for $155 used or $260 new, it's not actually that big an increase from its retail price of $120. Quite different to Wisp, the Toys R Us exclusive who jumped from an $80 retail price to costing over $400 today to get sealed. Even used this set is over $200. It was limited edition and did feature the huge lightning dragon with an equally awesome skeleton chopper and an exclusive spinner. No, that's a lie. The spinner wasn't exclusive. Not that it stopped the box art saying it was. It came with JDX, whose only other set release was Skeleton Bowling, another Toys R Us exclusive, making him one of the rarest minifigures from Ninjago's first year. These dragons all merged together to form the Ultra Dragon, available to buy in 2012 for $120 and now selling for up to $215. With the Green Ninja, Acidicus and Scalador, this had some great minifigures, as well as a Serpentine Prison and the terrifying Great Devourer to gobble down on any characters you don't like. You'll need more than a giant snake though if you want to truly destroy any trace of those annoying ninja, and villain vehicles are the perfect sets to do so. Retailing at $50, the Fangpire Wrecking Ball and Kilo vs Samurai X sets contain giant vehicles to splatter enemies with ease. Both of these will cost you over $100 used today, or over $160 for sealed copies. The bike makes sense, Jay was exclusive, as was the Kilo Big Fig, who can sell for a hefty price on his own. But the Wrecking Ball was just a Toys R Us exclusive with 3 common minifigures. Definitely a good one though. Another big snake vehicle is the Fangpire Truck, which housed the 2-headed Fangpire General Fangtum and a mouth to gobble up more minifigures, or crush them under its giant wheels. Plus Zane's Snowmobile. It retailed for $40, but you can get it today for the nice cheap price of $95, or $192 for a sealed copy. Oh, we can't also forget that Fangdam is in fact included. None of these hold a candle to the eye in Doom though, the giant Vermilion time machine commanded by the Hands of Time, both figures being exclusive and highly sought after. It also included small but substantial side builds to set the scene, with a Vermilion prison and scaffolding to get your figures up to the cockpit. With the 4 time blades attached to the body, you can open a time vortex back to 2017 so you can get this set before it ballooned to a value of $360 sealed. A used copy is worth over $180 too. Not bad for a set that retailed for $60. The world of Ninjago is an exciting place and there have been some great locations over the years. Sets like Garmadon's Dark Fortress, the City of Styx, the Battle for Ninjago City, Samurai X Cave, Dragon's Forge, Temple of Resurrection, Lighthouse Siege and the Temple of Celebrations will certainly set you back a lot if you're on a quest to collect them. But the greatest Ninjago set ever made is also one of the most valuable, the Temple of Air Jitsu. This beautiful build was the first set to include all 6 ninja, and also introduced iconic characters like Misako and the Postman. It has a blacksmith shop on one side with a classic ninja reference in the roof, while the other side is flanked by the Smuggler's Market, selling ninja trading cards, food and hiding weapons in the roof. The temple features a statue of Sensei Yang at the front with sliding doors that you enter the interior, which is full of great details like this small dojo for ninja training, and the basement houses the Shadow Theatre, an awesome feature that tells the story of Wu and Garmadon. Sealed or used, Ninjago's first direct-to-consumer set will fetch over $300 nowadays. But out of every Ninjago set ever made, which ones will get you the most money if you want to sell? Well, they're both from the Ninjago movie, Ninjago City Docks and Ninjago City being the undisputed most valuable retired Ninjago sets. Docks, the Ninjago City Adam, which retailed for $230 in 2018, will now get over $480 used and over $580 brand new. While Ninjago City, the first of the modular series and an absolutely spectacular set, can get a whopping $730 sealed. That's 365 legacy Kais, one for every day of the year. These giants set the stage for Ninjago's ongoing modular series, and so it's only natural that out of every Ninjago set ever made, from vehicles to dragons, spinners to temples and everything in between, these 2 excellent sets are what come out on top.